Hi and welcome to Tuesday. I hope you're enjoying your week so far. I'm recording this on Monday when it's a lovely sunny day, so I'm hoping that it's the same tomorrow. We're going to look today at pie charts, which we were hoping to study in school because it's quite a tricky thing to teach remotely, I think, but as it's so late when we go back, we're going to give it a go. Please let me know if you have any problems though. So first of all, I'm going to share my screen, so just bear with me while I get up. Okay, so hopefully you can see that. We are pie charts in lockdown. Right, so 24 children voted on the colour of t-shirt that they might like to be their class t-shirt. So if you look at this, let me just move that up a little bit. Oh, sorry, that's not very good. Not a great start, that is it. Let's just move that up slightly. You can see that how many of them voted blue? 4, 8, 12 voted for blue, 2 voted for red, 6 voted for yellow, and 4 voted for green. And the question is, how can we show this information? Look down here, how can we show this information? So we could use a table, that's fairly straightforward. Blue 12, red 2, yellow 6, green 4. That's fairly straightforward, you've seen that before. We could use a pictogram. As you know, in a pictogram, this is the symbol, and we need to know what the symbol stands for. And it says here that the symbol stands for 2 children. So if we add those up, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 2 for red, 6 for yellow, and 4 for blue, because each one of those squares stands for 2 people. Okay, we could use a bar chart. I know that you know how these work, so I'm not going to go into any great detail with this. It's giving you the same information there. Or we could do this. So if we look at the top here, this table, this line here, shows us the information of 12 blue, 6 yellow, 4 green, and 2 red. And if I took that strip and I bent it round, imagine if I just cut it out on a strip and then bent it, it would look a bit like this. Okay. Now, hopefully from this diagram, you can see that half of the people there are blue. And we know this because 12 out of the 24 in total that we asked were blue. Okay, so if we represent all of that information over here, this is our pie chart. So we know that half of them were blue, so half of the pie, 12 out of the 24 children that were asked all together, were blue. We know that 6 out of the 24 were yellow. We know that 4 out of the 24 were green, and we know that 2 out of the 24 were red. Now, if I show you 6 out of 24 is clearly a quarter, isn't it? Look at that there, it's a quarter. And we know this because 6 out of 24, if I did an equivalent fraction for that, if I put it in its simplest form, I would find the highest common fraction of common factor of 6 and 24. What number goes into both 6 and 24? Hopefully you got 6, and that would be 1. 6 is into 24 goes 4. So that's why this is a quarter. Okay, lovely. We don't really need to work out these other equivalent fractions, but we do know that if we add 4 and 2 together, so the green and the red together, gives us a quarter as well. Okay. Oh, what happened there? Okay. So if we look at this one, oh God, I think that went wrong. Let me just go back. Yeah, good. So if we look at this one, 60 children at a sports camp choose which sports to play. 20 chose football, 15 chose basketball, 10 chose badminton, and 10 chose hockey, and 5 chose rugby. So we want to show this information on a pie chart. So first of all, we need to work out how many children there were. Now it told us there were 60. I always just add up to check that they've represented 60 on the table. So 20, add 15 is 35, add 10 is 45, add 10 is 55, add this rugby ball here, 5 people gives me 60, so I know that's right. Then I need to work out how many segments have I got on my pie, and it's 12. So I have 60 children and 12 segments. Now, if this were a bar model, and it were laid out like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then going on to 12, you'd know what to do. You'd divide 60 by 12 if there were 12 bars representing 60 children. And it's the same with the pie, it's just in a circular form. So 60 divided by 12 gives us 5. So that means that each of these little segments here is worth 5. Okay? So let's just get rid of that. I've written it down there. Each of the segments is worth 5. So I want to know how many segments do I need for football, how many for basketball, how many for badminton, how many for hockey, and how many for rugby. So stop the video here and just work out how many of those segments I'm going to need for each of the sports. Okay, so hopefully you got that 20 divided by 5 gives me 4. So each of the segments is worth 5. If I want to represent 20 for football, I'm going to need 4 of them. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And that is football. And it's 20 people. Okay, and then I want basketball. So 15 divided by 5 equals 3. So 3 of my segments will be basketball. That one wasn't such a straight line. And that represents 15 people. Okay, 10 people chose badminton. So 10 divided by 5 gives me 2. So that means 2 of my segments are badminton. And then 10 of them chose hockey. So 10 divided by 5 gives me 2 segments again. That's hockey. And then finally, 5 people, sorry. 1 segment, 5 divided by 5 gives me 1 segment. What have I not had here then? Is rugby, and that's 5 people. Okay, so we've got 20, 15, 10, 10, 5. Each segment is worth 5 children, and that's why they're the size that they are. So I asked you to work out how many segments for each, so just to make it simpler, oops, probably better. That should be 4, that should be 3, that should be 2, that should be 2, and that should be 1. 3. Okay, hopefully you got that. And let's have a look at this one. So this one is about a group of 48 pupils who travelled to school. And we want to know how many, well, it's the same thing really. I want to know how many segments for each of those modes of transport. So stop the video, work out first of all, how much is each of those segments worth? How many children is each of those segments worth? That's the first thing you need to do. Okay, so you've got 48 children. It tells us that. Tells us that up here. 48 children. I'm dividing it by 12 because there are 12 segments in our pie here. There's 12 altogether. So 48 divided by 12 is 4. So that would make each of these worth 4. Okay, exactly like a bar model if we had it stuck out, but we've just put it in a circle. Okay, so I think that's what it should say underneath this. That's it. Each segment is worth 4 people. So if I'm going to do walkers, how many segments do I need? Well, I've got 24 divided by 4 gives me 6. So I need 6 segments for walkers. And I know that I don't have, because if we go back to the top, for 48 pupils and 24 of them are walking, and 24 is half of 48. So I need half of the pie to show the walkers. Put it down like that. Down like that. That will be 24. Okay. And then the car. There's only one of them, and each segment is worth 4. So 4 divided by 4 gives me 4. So it's only one of the pieces of the pie. 4. The bike. I've got 8. So 8 divided by 4 gives me 2. Don't need 2 slices of my pie. Each part of the segment is worth 4. That's 8 people. And then on the bus in yellow, I've got 12. I'm dividing it by 4. Each segment's worth 4. Basically saying that. So I should have 3 segments for the bus. And that represents 12 children. Okay. So just go along your table, check that you've got everything in your pie. I'm just going to write it out for you so that you can make sure you got it right. That should have been 6, 1, 2, and 3. Hopefully you got that right. Okay, next one. Line back up, can't get it. Where's the line gone? There it is. Okay. Right, next page. So this table shows favourite colours of a group of 36 children. Again, just add those up. Make sure you've got 36 so you know what you're doing. And the pie is the same. It's still got 12 segments. So work out how many segments for each colour. You should know what to do first now. So stop the video, do the first thing. And the first thing should have been to work out how much is each segment worth. Where you've got 12 segments on the pie, and you've got 36 children. So you should have done 36 children divided by 12 segments of the pie, and you get 3. Each of these, I'm not going to go all the way around this time, but each of them all around is worth 3. Okay? So how many then are blue? So 9 children divided by 3, because each segment is worth 3, and 3 of your segments should be blue, which is a quarter. And then for red, you should have 15 divided by 3, which is the value of each segment. That gives me 5 segments to colour in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's 15. Okay, and then green. I've got 3. So 3 divided by 3, I'm just going to have 1 segment, because each of these is worth 3. That's 3. And then the yellow is also 3. That's nice and easy. The yellow is 1 segment. And then others, that's a pink. Others is 6. So 6 divided by 3 gives me 2. Luckily, that's what I've got left. So that is 6. Okay, so I asked you to work out how many segments for each. So you should have had, let me just get rid of this. For each colour, each segment was worth 3. So you should have had 3, 5, 1, 1, and 2. And if you add those together, 3 and 5 is 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 seconds. Okay, perfect. Let's go to the next page. Oh, I've already done this one. I've already recorded this once, and then Travis walked in right behind me. I was pulling funny faces, so I had to do it again. So, 120 cookies of 4 different flavours are for sale in a bakery. We've got chocolate chip, vanilla, oatmeal, and strawberry. Don't know what your favourite is. Mine's probably strawberry there. So, chocolate chip cookies are 50, vanilla cookies are 40, oatmeal at 10, and strawberry at 20. And we know that altogether there are 120 cookies. And we know again that there are 12 segments of our pie. Work out what you need to do first. And that's to work out what each segment is worth. And you should have done for that 120 divided by 12. I think everyone knows that that's 10. That means each one of these is 10. Then There we go. So each one of those is 10. And I want chocolate chip, first of all. I don't know why I chose such horrible, miserable colours, but anyway, chocolate chip is 50. If each segment is 10, I need to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that right? That's about right. Do that one. Chocolate chip. That's 50. And then I need vanilla. Now, I don't think that colour will come out very well, so I'm going to do yellow. And that is 40, so I need 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's 40. And then I need oatmeal, which is just 10. So it's one segment. Each segment worth 10, so it's one segment. And then strawberry, which is 20. So that's luckily what we've got left. 2 segments is 20. I'm hoping that you got that right. No, don't finish off 20. Okay. So I wanted you to work out how many segments for each. You should have had 5, 4, 1, and 2. Hopefully you got that right. Okay, I'm only rubbing it off, so next year when I come to use it, it's not covered in writing like it was when I opened it this time. Right. Oops. And that's all. So have a lovely day. Hope you enjoy your day and you're looking forward to it sooner or later coming back to school. And we'll all see you soon. Bye.